Is Jim Hagedorn. He's the CEO of ScottsMiracle Gro. The company's Hawthorne division owns 21 brands which service the cannabis industry with products like Eco Lightning to plant nutrients. Jim, what did you think when you heard this news?
Well, we've been hoping for it for a long time. It's actually great news. I give credit to President Biden for doing what he said he was going to do. What this does is the tax rate with the law the way it is Schedule 1, you cannot deduct any business expenses. So your revenue is your taxable income, which means you have about an 80% effective tax rate, which really means anybody who's taken the chances to go legal can't make any money. The federal government's the only one making money on it. And so this will allow the business to be treated better. And if we could get a little more progress on safer banking, which is right now in the Senate, that would be awesome, because that was a lot, because you can't bank today and you have a tax rate of 80%. And so anyone who's tried to go legal just really can't make it. And people expected these changes to happen like 10 years ago. And so many people have lost everything by taking the chance on going legal, where the illicit market is doing really well. And everyone who tried to do it the right way can't make any money.
Your company has a whole bunch of names in the hydroponics and cannabis farming, the so-called picks and shovels part of the business. How is your Hawthorne brands doing? I know you just came out with earnings that were very successful. Your 6-month stock picture and your year-to-date picture looked very good. But there was a little bit of a stumble with Hawthorne. What do you expect it would do if this is finally reclassified as a Schedule 1 drug?
Well, let me tell you a little bit of dimension, the issues. We've probably spent about $1.7 billion buying these brands. These brands are completely legal. Our customers are cultivators, and they're on the leaf touching side, so they, under these rules, would benefit. Nothing changes for us, but they don't have any capital money, so our business has really, really been struggling. Liz, we had 18 months ago, we had 1,300 employees. We have 300. Sales were nearly $1.5 billion. Today, on a good day, it's called $500 million. It's been pretty much the worst environment we've ever lived in, and it's my oldest boy, my son, he runs it, and I think it's in a lot of ways kind of spoiled his attitude about business. It's really been terrible, and not just terrible for us, but terrible for everybody who's tried to legally sort of do what we're supposed to do, which is go with the states, follow regulations, pay taxes. Yeah. So Hawthorne, it's been terrible, Liz.
The legalization of recreational marijuana in Ohio affected you. I mean, this is where your headquarters are. What kind of business have you seen coming from that? It's up,
but it's early days yet. But I think Ohio is a great story, because this is a very reliable, Republican state at this point. And it was like 58% in favor of making it legal. So the citizens are in favor of it. It's a lot of times conservative lawmakers sort of take this anti-drug approach that's just not consistent with where the consumers are and the voters are. And so really what we want from politicians is to listen to the voters, that it polls like 70% positive. Ohio's a great story. It will be an important business for sure. But what it really says is that even in a Republican state, if you ask the voters and do what they say, the voters say yes.
Jim, we're watching it, and you were out there years ago seeing that there was such an opportunity in this part of the business. We're just watching for those small businesses who are now operating legally to not be hammered so badly. Well, listen, they want to pay taxes. They just want to be held to the same standards as everybody else. Good to see you.
And have access to banking.
Yeah, because the banks are disinclined and not allowed to actually let you, well, not you, you're fine, but some of these cannabis companies do business. We'll be watching it. Thank you, Jim.
Liz, thank you very much.
ScottsMiracle Gro CEO Jim Hagedorn.